Can you please tell us what this event is about, please?
Well, Know Your Rights is an annual forum that we put together in memory of my fiance, Sean Bell, who lost his life due to excessive force by the police in 2006. So we put this panel together for our guest panelists to engage in dialogue with the community, with the college students, with families, about what to do if you're stopped by the police. Or, you know, our goal, our aim was to prevent another Sean Bell tragedy from happening. So we put a collaboration of panelists together from all walks of life. We have Inspector McAvoy from the 103rd Precinct. We also have Erica Ford from I Love My Life organization. We have Samson Stiles from BET News. We have Kirsten Foy from the Public Advocate's Office. And we have Senator Malcolm Smith as a guest speaker and a host of other guest speakers as well that are going to come out today and really give us some knowledge on empowering ourselves in the Black community.
Thank you very much. And I know you have things to do. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Your College News.
Why we actually got into public office. And I say that because sometimes you run for office, you get involved, and you begin to stray away from, you know, that energy and that focus that you had when you ran for office, for the causes that made you do it. And I don't want to say that it was that tragedy that shook up a lot of the elected officials in New York City, but it clearly did so. When that moment occurred, and you know, after events like that, you have a little bit of noise, and then people go about their daily business, they seem to forget about it. Well, I can tell you that that has never been forgotten, and never will be forgotten. That tri-level task force that we put together was the first time it has ever come together in this country. You had state, city, and federal officials, you had law enforcement, you had community leaders, all of whom recognized that there was something that we had to do. We recognized that that tragic event was a moment in time that we couldn't just accept as an accident, we couldn't accept as a mistake. We had to accept it as a call to our conscience. And what were we going to do beyond that? Nicole and her family for always stood strong. They always came forward, the foundation of what they decided to do for other young people, what they do every year, the baseball league. It was clearly an incident that has been marked in the hearts of many of us, and still is to this day.
Identify ourselves as a member of the New York City Police Department by saying, police, when feasible, we should take out some type of identification if we're not wearing our jackets, and most of the time, we do not wear the nylon windbreaker jackets unless we want to be identified. If we're doing plainclothes work, trying to prevent some type of violent crime, when feasible, we should take out our shields. You know, in fact, there are situations that call where we don't, where we may encounter someone who's fleeing on us to begin with, and then, well, in actuality, it's not practical to take out our department shields.
We have a news Twitter and we have a news Facebook that we constantly update on national stories and regional stories that has national appeal. So it's constantly being updated along, and we partner in sharing links with the Griot and the Root and other, you know, Black outlets also. So it's just a matter of the people searching, because it's been there for a while. And you know, what hurts is that we are tweeted, and that won't get as much views as, you know, baby mama smacks such and such.
Yeah.
If you email Samson, SAMSON, .styles, STYLES, @BET.net.
Understand, it takes a long time. This doesn't happen overnight. And although we want results right away, my family is just wrapping up legal matters 5.5 years later. Sean was killed in 2006. So we're very angry, of course, about any young man, no matter what color you are. If you're killed, no matter who the killer is. But the point is, we have to fight and we have to think about it. It's going to take endurance. It's going to take strength. It's going to take faith. But it's going to take a long process. So what that family is doing, they're on the right track. They're having their vigils and you know, there's a process where they have a grand jury that's coming up, and I spoke with Connie, which is the mom, yesterday, and she said that their grand jury, they're going to start bringing the grand jury together. So they're on the right track. I don't think there's a difference. You know, you ask what's the difference, there is no difference. He was just killed this year. And that family's got a long way to go. So what we can do, you know, like what you're doing now, go out there with your camera, spread the word. Go out there and put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter. We're the era now of camera phones and wireless everything. Pick up your camera phones. I learned this from King when we first started doing Know Your Rights in 2008. Right now, camera phones are everything. We all have iPods, we have everything. When you see someone being violated, you see something happening, let's put it up there. This is the best evidence, better than anything else, better than eyewitness testimony, because we have it right here. So there's no difference. That family is mourning, that young man is missing. You know, it's hard to walk inside of that house and the father shows you the bathroom of where it happened. And he really sets the tone and tells you that this is real, this isn't TV. And this is what everybody needs to understand. There's no difference. The only difference is we have to continue to fight. We have to continue to fight because the cameras may not always be there, but we can be there. We show strength in numbers, and we've done it before. So as long as we continue to fight, you know, I'm sure that, like what Senator Malcolm Smith had talked about a moment ago, we can get more bills and more legislation put in so that when someone is violated by anyone, police officer, street gun violence, gang violence, that person is held accountable no matter who you are, because no one is above the law.